warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Piska Amalia. I am from class TBI 5D. Okay, I will tell you about history of curriculum in Indonesia. First Curriculum 1947 atau Rencana Pelajaran emphasize the formation of human character that is sovereign and equal to other nations. Initially, at the time, it was more popularly enjoyed by the Dutch term learn plan, which means lesson plan, compared to the term curriculum. The 1947 curriculum is also known as the Rencana Pelajaran 1947. Change in the direction of education are more vertical from the orientation of Dutch education to national interest. The focus tends to be on the formation of an independent and sovereign character to be equal to other nations. The new lesson plan was officially implemented in schools starting in 1950. Next, Curriculum 1942 atau Kurikulum Rencana Pelajaran Terurai. There was a complete syllabus of subject with one lesson taught by one teacher. The 1942 curriculum was an improvement on the previous curriculum and was named Rencana Pelajaran Terurai 1952. The most prominent things that characterize this curriculum is the thematic concept. Each lesson plan must pay attention to the content of the lesson and connect it to everyday life. The subject syllabus clearly indicates that a teacher only teach one subject. Next, Curriculum 1964 atau Kurikulum Rencana Pendidikan. Learning is centered on the Pancawardhana program, namely moral, intelligence, emotional skill, and physical development. A growing issue in this curriculum is the concept of active, creative, and productive learning. Through this concept, the government set Saturday as free day. This means that students are given the freedom to practice various activities according to their interests and talents. The government in 1964 also had a desire for the people to gain academic knowledge for debriefing at the elementary level, so that learning is centered on the Pancawardhana program, namely moral, intelligence, emotional, or artistic skill and physical development. Next, Curriculum 1968. Change in the structure of education curriculum from Pancawardhana to Pancasila Soul Development, basic knowledge and special skills entering the new order period. The birth of this curriculum was also vertical. The goal is more emphasized to heighten mental, moral, character, and religious beliefs. A prominent feature of the 1968 curriculum was the correlative subject curriculum. This means that the material at the lowest levels of education has a correlation for the next level of education. In addition, the content of the subject matter is theoretical, not linking to factual problem in the file atau thematic. The measuring system at the high school level was born in this curriculum and was carried out in grade 2 of high school or grade 11. Next, Curriculum 1973. The curriculum has undergone several revisions and changes since then, including the introduction of the 1994 and 2006 curriculum. The 1973 curriculum reflects one of the important steps in the development of the Indonesian education system and has been the basis for the evaluation of curriculum in the country. This curriculum has several distinctive features that include: first, curriculum based on national education principles. The 1973 curriculum was based on the four principles of national education, namely Pancasila, national culture, sovereign godhead, and Indonesian human development. Second, graded curriculum. The education system is grouped into three levels. Namely basic or elementary school. Second, junior and senior high school, and college. Third, nationally determined subject matter. This curriculum determines the subject matter that must be taught throughout Indonesia. So the three are considered standards. And the last one, education. The system also applies the principle of zoning-based education, which refers to specific geographical areas. Next, curriculum 1975. Using the procedure for the development of instructional system atau PPSI to plan methods, material, and learning objectives. The government then refined the 1968 curriculum in 1975. Background its birth result from a number of changes by national development. Teaching methods, material, and objectives are detailed in the procedure for the development of instructional system atau PPSI. Now as lesson units, which are lesson plans for each unit of discussion. This is what makes this curriculum criticized. The reason is that teachers are made to busy writing what the details of each learning activity are. There are a number of changes found in this curriculum. The name of the natural science and life science lesson was changed to natural science. Then algebra and measurement lesson became math subject. Next, curriculum 1984. Carrying a process skill approach with a CBSA approach, or how to learn active student and oriented to instructional goals. This curriculum was born because the 1975 curriculum was said to be unable to catch up with the rapid progress of society. In particular, the 1984 curriculum prioritized student activities in learning. The development of the learning process is what is called the active student learning approach, or CBSA. In this curriculum, an additional field of study was also born, namely educational for the history of the nation's struggle, or PSPB. For High School students, the 1984 curriculum divides student subjects into core program and elective program according to interest and talents. Next, curriculum 1994 and the 1999 curriculum supplement. In the 1994, the government updated the curriculum in an effort to integrate the previous curriculum, especially the 1975 and the 1984 curriculum. These many changes occurred in this curriculum. Some of the changes starting from the change in the lesson time distribution system from semester to quarter. This is expected so that students can receive more learning material in 3 quarters during the year. The name SMP was changed to SLTP. Then SMA was changed to SMU. High school majors are also divided into 3 programs, namely Science, Social Studies, and Language. Then the PSPB subject that was born in the previous curriculum began to be deleted in this curriculum. The 1999 curriculum, also known as the Competency-Based Curriculum, or KBK, is a curriculum system implemented in Indonesia. It was introduced in 1999 in an effort to improve education in Indonesia. Some of the key points in the 1999 curriculum are: first, competency-based approach. This curriculum aims to develop student competence both in the terms of knowledge and skills. Second, reduction of subject matter. The 1999 curriculum reduced the amount of subject matters that students must learn, so that they can be focused on understanding concept and application in everyday life. Third, student active approach. The curriculum encourages students to be more active in the learning process, including in making decisions about what they want to learn. And last, holistic assessment. The curriculum emphasizes holistic assessment, which covers various aspects of student performance, not just written exams. However, this curriculum change also face challenge and controversy in the following years. The curriculum system in Indonesia has undergone various changes. Okay, next, curriculum 1997, also known as the Competency-Based Curriculum or KBK, was the curriculum system implemented in Indonesia in 1997. It was an important step in the history of Indonesian education. Some of the key points of the 1997 curriculum are: first, competency-based approach. KBK prioritized the development of student competence, including knowledge, skill, and attitude, as the main goal of education. Second, reduction of subject matter. This curriculum reduces the amount of subject matter that students must learn, so that they can focus more on understanding concepts and application in everyday life. Third, integrate education. KBK tries to integrate several subjects in a particular project or topic to improve cross-subject understanding. And the last, holistic assessment. The assessment system in KBK emphasizes holistic assessment, which covers various aspects of student performance, not just written exam. The 1997 curriculum was an important milestone in the development of Indonesian education system, although in subsequent years, the curriculum system in Indonesia has undergone various changes and improvement. Next, competency-based curriculum or KBK 2004. KBK has characteristics that emphasize the achievement of student competencies both individually and classically, oriented to learning outcome and diversity. In 2004, the competency-based curriculum or KBK was born as a replacement for the 1994 curriculum. This program is competency-based, which contains three main elements, namely the selection of competencies according to specification, evaluation indicator to determine the success of achieving competencies, and learning development. The implication is the school are authorized the developed curriculum component in accordance with school conditions and the needs of students, then also develop the curriculum that was originally material-based changed to competency-based. Characteristic of the 2004 curriculum, the name of SLTP was changed back to SMP and SMU was returned to SMA. Next, curriculum 2006 or KTSP. The Ministry of National Education at that time established the Basic Framework or KADI, Graduate Competency Standard or SKL, and Competency Standard and Basic Competency or SKKD. This 2006 curriculum is what is commonly known as the Education Unit Level Curriculum or KTSP, and has been in effect since Law Number 20 of 2003 concerning the national education system, which was later elaborated in Government Regulation number 10 of 2003. This curriculum is almost similar to the 2004 curriculum. The difference lies in the authority in its preparation, which refers to the decentralization of the Indonesian education system. The central government sets competency standard and basis competencies. Teachers are required to be able to develop their own syllabus and assessment according to the condition of the school and its area. In general, the purpose of this curriculum is to autonomize and empower education units through the granting of authority to educational institutions. At the same time, encouraging schools to make decisions in a participatory manner. Next, curriculum 2013. atau kurikulum ke-13. Teachers are required to seek as much knowledge as possible because the development of past technology makes it easy for students to get information. Curriculum 2013 emphasizes character education. Its implementation, character education is integrated in all learning in each field of study. In addition, this curriculum emphasizes the formation spiritual attitude in core competency 1 atau KI1 and social attitude in core competency 2 or KI2. However, the attitude assessment of KI1 and KI2 has been abolished in every subject in the revised edition of the 2013 curriculum in 2017, only remaining for religion and PPKN subject. The special characteristic of this curriculum are character education-based assessment, thematic-based learning, and teacher as facilitators. This means that teachers are required to understand the character of students in order to provide ease of learning for them. In addition, 3 is material that is streamlined and material that is edged. The streamlined material can be seen in Indonesian language, social study, PPKN, and other material, while the edged material is mathematics material. Curriculum 2013 is still valid and offered in Indonesian schools. And the last curriculum, Merdeka. The curriculum is an educational concept that tries to give students more freedom in choosing what they learn. The needs of students in this context may vary, but some of the things that might be the main needs of students in the independent curriculum are: first, freedom of choice. Second, teacher assistance. Third, access to learning resource. Fourth, file evaluation. 5, psychological support. And the last, appropriate learning facilities. The Merdeka curriculum aims to provide education that is more relevant and suited to individual needs, so meeting student needs is key in its implementation.